Hey, Corporal Sean Francis here. We're doing another video walkthrough for the nutrition program, and I have Cindy here with me. Hey, Cindy, how are you today?
Good, thanks.
Awesome. So we're going to get Cindy going here. We've got her login information, and we're going to take you through the entire setup in case we still have questions on how this program works. So the first time you go in, if you've never logged in before, it's going to pop up the settings and goals screen. If you've logged in, you've already done that. You've probably set your settings and goals, but we'll check. So we're going to go over here to settings and goals, and for some reason it has her down as Nikki, but we'll change that because we know her name is Cindy. So Cindy's here. She's a female. We've got her birth date in there. Current weight, is that accurate, Cindy?
Pretty close.
Okay. And we've got her desired weight. Now, what I'm going to recommend on the desired weight is that we not put that. We're going to work in 10-pound increments. So why don't we set it there? And when we achieve that goal, we'll reset it. And this is going to help us because we're not going to have such drastic changes in our nutrition plan, which might discourage us and cause us to quit nutrition altogether. These are gradual 10-pound changes, which we should realistically be able to do within a 4 to 6 week period if we're following this properly along with a great fitness program such as Fit Core Bootcamp and Fit Body Bootcamp. Is that your height, 5'5"? You are moderately active, exercise 3 to 5 days a week.
Yep.
I'd say that's probably pretty accurate for most people who do the Fit Core or the Fit Body Bootcamp program. If you have a physical job as well, you might come up to be very active or extremely active if you know a very demanding physical job and you're doing like 10 workouts a day. Whether or not you're pregnant or nursing, you can put that in as well. And all that's going to do is it's going to open up. Well, that's an option for females. Obviously, guys, you don't have that option, but it's just going to help change your caloric intake just a little bit to make sure you got enough. Now, if you know your percent body fat, that's great. You can add it. If you don't, no worries. Same as the resting metabolic rate, basal metabolic rate. If you want to know what those are, you just go down below and it explains them here. So we want to update personal settings with that new information, and this is telling us that our goal is to consume between 1,500 and 2,000 calories per day. Now we know that what we're looking for is a 500 calorie deficit per day, whether it's less food, so we're consuming 500 calories less, or we're burning 500 calories more through a fitness program, because 500 calories a day over 7 days is 3,500 calories. We know 3,500 calories is 1 pound fat. Did you know that, Cindy?
No, I did not.
Okay, so that's basically what our goal is. It's calories in, calories out, and it's a matter of physical fitness, burning calories. But at the same time, we know that as we do physical fitness, if we're building muscle, which we do in both fitness programs, we can raise our metabolic rate, which is basically how many calories we burn just to stay alive, to breathe and function. That goes up because we're sustaining muscle mass. So we want to build muscle mass with a great fitness program, which allows us to consume a little bit more calories and also burn more calories, reaching our target weight a little bit faster. So that's all that information here. If you do need it, however, we've updated our settings, and that's where we're at. So what I want to do at this point is go to the meal planner, and we're going to start to plan Cindy's meal. Actually, target this first, and 1 to 3 snacks a day. I would recommend everybody picks 3 snacks a day, and the idea on that is it's like throwing wood on a fire. You want to keep the fire burning. You want to keep a steady state of blood sugar, so we're not spiking insulin and we're not putting ourselves in fat storage mode. Snacks are things like an apple, a little bag of carrots, a little bag of broccoli. It could be a handful of almonds or something. Celery sticks with almond butter. So let's get that on 3 snacks, and that just means something between breakfast. Well, because our fitness program's early, that could be a snack. First thing in the morning, you come home from training, you have breakfast. Then you have a snack before lunch, then you have lunch. You have a snack before dinner, you have dinner. If you don't have a snack before training, your last snack is before bed. And there's a lot of great ideas on what you can eat before bed, knowing that your body rebuilds while you sleep. So why not give it the nutrients it needs to make you stronger for the next day? Sounds good so far?
Yeah.
Eastern time, that is us, and we are standard. So we've updated. We're now going to go into creating the meal plan, and we'll talk about 2 ways we can use it. So we can take down, and first let's learn a little bit about Cindy. So we're going to put in the food that she ate yesterday or today. She can tell us what she had for breakfast, lunch, dinner. We're going to put it all in and just go through the eye-opening experience of how our nutrition is. Now, what would you say your nutrition is out of 10? How good is 10's perfect? What would you say it is right now?
Maybe 5.
Okay, maybe a 5. So honest assessment, that's great. I tell you that most people I speak with on the phone will tell me that they have a 9 or 10. They have a very good nutrition plan, and I put them through the same thing, and it's not as good as they see. So over in the last, we have the interactive report card. F is terrible. This is like your grade school report card. There is no standard level for cholesterol and saturated fat. We do need some of them, but right now we're at a good level here, and we'll be allowed to consume so much before that starts to degrade and go down to B's, C's, D's, E's, or no E's, F's. Basically, so if it points down, it's obviously there's not enough. We need more. If it's an arrow pointing up, it means there's too much. And you can see iron here down as well. So what did you have for breakfast today, Cindy?
I have protein shake.
Okay, do you know what type of protein shake?
Protein.
Okay, and we'll tell you something really cool about this. So right now, this is just going to give us a standardized protein shake that's in the system. So we're just going to assume it was Joe Weider's dynamic protein shake, and there it is. We had you had one packet, a tablespoon, serving, typical serving.
Whatever the serving was.
Okay, so it's probably a serving of Joe Weider's, 30 gram. Excellent. And you had that for breakfast or snack one? Breakfast?
Breakfast, yeah.
Okay, so we're going to add that to the meal plan. You can see right now we've undergone some changes. Our cobalt B12 has gone up a little bit. It's no longer an F, same as the iron, same as the copper. And you can see here under meal replacement, it shows total calories. There was 100 calories there, carbs of 14 grams, protein of 10, and fat of 0.66. You can see our goal for the day is back up here, 1573 to 2073. And you can see our continued adding. So you're going to get a total per that meal. You know, you get the calories per that subject. For the meal itself, you're going to get it, and then your daily is going to be down and through here. Now, if you didn't have Joe Weider's meal replacement, we'll go over this very, very quickly. What you would do is you would go to custom foods, and you would create a new custom food. And probably the protein that you had is called Cindy's protein. Okay, whatever it's called, and you just read the label, and the label says the serving size, the calories, the fat, saturated fat, everything on there. You put it in here, and you submit it. Actually, let's put some information in there just so we can show you. So maybe it's one scoop, you said, which is 30 grams, perhaps. The calories is, say, 100. The calories from fat is, let's say, 9. So saturated fat, polysaturated fat, omega-3, maybe it's got 1 gram saturated fat, which would give us 9 calories, because 1 gram of fat is 9 calories, and 1 gram of protein or carbohydrate is 4 calories. We're going to come down here, we're going to say the cholesterol was at 50 milligrams, the sodium, maybe it was at 100 milligrams, potassium, perhaps it was at 100. These are just numbers I'm making up, folks. I have honestly no idea how much Cindy's protein has all this stuff. Carbohydrates, there were 10, which is going to take us now up to 49 of the total, and then so we got 51, that's 10, that's going to be about 11, 12 grams of protein approximately. Okay, and that's just the math on it. 12 times 4 is 48, 10 times 4 is 40, that's 88, plus this 9 up here takes us to 97, so round off to about 100 or so. And maybe it's got some vitamins and minerals and stuff. You can do all that. You submit it. Now, all of a sudden, your protein is there. So, Cindy's protein, I could look at, I don't know if I'm going to find it under here. Let's double check. I didn't even spell it right. No, it's not. So, what I have to do is get Cindy's protein, and I'm going to go get suggestions. Nope, sorry. I'm confused number. Here it is. You click on custom foods again. There it is. So Cindy's protein. I'm going to click on it. I had one typical serving or scoop, and I had that for breakfast. And I'm going to add that to my meal plan. And there's Cindy's protein. Okay, so let's get rid of Joe's protein because we didn't have it. We had Cindy's. We're going to come down here, and 2 ways you can do it. You can click on delete, or you can go down to that end part there and you can cut it. You can copy it. You can paste it somewhere else. Maybe I want to move it. Maybe I had Joe Weider's for dinner. And it moved just down in there, just like that. Very cool. So I'm going to get rid of it because I didn't have Joe Weider's protein. What else did you have to eat?
For breakfast?
Sure.
Nothing.
Nothing else. Okay, so that's all we had for breakfast. Did you have a snack before lunch?
I did not.
Okay, what did you have for lunch?
I had a little cereal.
Cereal. Okay. Do you know what type of cereal?
Weetabix.
Weetabix. Okay. I have I'm going to guess Weetabix. I have no clue how Weetabix is. Unverified foods. Okay, so this part here, there's verified foods and unverified foods. And what that means is verified foods are foods that are in this program, right? They've been put in by VitaBot and by our team here at FitCore and FitBody. Unverified are somebody else who's added it to it, but it hasn't been verified by anybody on the team here. So this is somebody else. Jennifer in September 08 added Weetabix, and this is what she pulled off the box. Maybe it's very, very similar. Maybe it's not. So you had one, what would you say, cup, serving?
Probably typical serving, I guess. I'm not sure.
Okay. What would like if you look at a cup, and a lot of this is going to be measuring stuff too. So if you took a measuring cup and you poured the Weetabix in, how many cups would you say were in that bowl of cereal? 1, 2.
One.
How big is your bowl?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not huge. It's not a huge bowl. It's
Okay.
just a normal
1.5. So we'll say
bowl.
1.5. We can do that, and we can add that, and that was for lunch. Add meal plan. Okay, so we've got more changes. We've got B1s happening now, B2, B3, B6. No changes up here yet, and we got a little bit of zinc going on from the Weetabix. Did you add milk to your Weetabix?
I did.
Okay, regular cow's milk.
Skim milk.
Milk. Okay, so let's bring up milk here, and you can see it's cow's fluid. How awesome is that? Can I have some cow's fluid? No dice. So we got cow's fluid here, and it's skim. Let's see if we can find. And again, you have the option always to go to custom food and put in your specific type. So if you're not happy with what these numbers show, with the carbs, the fat, the protein, sugars, and everything else like that. Go put your own stuff in there. Do you see on here somewhere skim right here?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay,
Good.
let's click on that.
There we go.
And how much would you say you put? 1 cup, half a cup.
I'm gonna build my cereal.
Okay, I'm gonna guess that's maybe a cup.
Sure.
And that was for lunch. So lunch. Anything else for lunch?
No. Oh yes, I did
Yes.
pineapple.
Okay. Yeah.
Pineapple.
Perfect. Pineapple. Perfect. Was it raw? Was it cooked? Was it a fruit mixture? Was it come out of a can?
No, just fresh.
Fresh,
Pineapple that I cut
raw
off, yeah.
pineapple. Awesome. And did you have diced a thin slice? Would you say cubic inch?
Gosh.
So you probably sliced it. Most people do.
Yeah.
And this here is 3.5 inches by ½ inch thick. Would you say that's pretty correct? No, if you buy them in the containers at the store, 3.5 inches is the height, ½ inch thick. I mean, if you
Yeah,
half
just
your
normal
thumb,
pineapple.
okay.
Cut it up.
How many slices would you have had?
Three.
3 slices. Perfect. Okay, just like that. And that was at lunchtime. We're gonna add that in there. Anything else for lunch?
No.
Look at that. Awesome. Now our B2 is perfect for the day as well as our folate. So, and the zinc. Maybe that pineapple. Nothing else there. Did you have a snack in the afternoon?
I did not.
Did not. And what did you have for dinner?
I haven't had dinner yet.
Okay.
So
What if we say yesterday? What did you? What will you have for dinner? Maybe. How about that? What is your plan?
I don't have a plan. Whatever my husband cooks me. Last time we had spaghetti.
Fair enough. Okay, let's put in spaghetti from last night then. So you see, you can do this to assess after the fact and see how your nutrition was yesterday. You can do this bit by bit to plan for the next day, and I'll show you a couple different ways to plan. So we're gonna say spaghetti, S-P-A-G-H-E-T-T-I. Spaghetti, perfect. With tomato sauce. Was it pasta?
Yes.
Tomato sauce, meatless. And again, you can go put your own stuff in here because you have 1 cup serving, 1 cup of spaghetti.
Sure.
Okay, add that for dinner. And we're gonna add that to the plan. Anything else you had?
For dinner, no.
No. Did you have a snack?
I did not.
Anything else for the day? Fluids.
Oh, lots of water. I drink water.
Okay,
continuously
water's
every
cool.
day.
Now we can't put water on here because water really doesn't have any sort of value on this. Like water is good, and we certainly want to have that 6 to 8 cups. Any pop, coffee, tea, juice, nothing. This is all you ate yesterday. Okay, so our goal, we'll tell you a couple things here. The goal, 1573 to 2073, you consume 717 calories. Your body believes it is starving. It is holding on to all calories and is converting them into fat because fat is excellent for fuel. So it is taking put everything in fat. So the discouragement here that we want to see results with our fitness program, but we're not. You can see how, and we can understand that 70 to 80% of your success in weight management is going to be proper nutrition. If we're not eating enough, our body thinks we're starving. Carbohydrates are okay, and if we take a look at the percentages here, we certainly don't have enough protein and we don't have enough fat. We want protein at 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat. 0.7 is sort of sedentary and just non-real active people, but current research is saying 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat. So we want to get you way more on the protein. We know that protein has a thermic effect. When we break down protein to store it and utilize it for fuel, it burns calories as well. So even though it says 4 calories per gram of protein, we're finding more and more it's actually about 3.3 to 3.4 calories per gram of protein because it costs 0.6 calorie to break down and burn that. Pretty neat stuff, right? So if we can eat protein, great. Sources of protein are eggs and chicken and turkey. Fish are great. We go red meat from time to time. We can do some vegetables, I believe, do carry a trace amount of protein. You've got nuts carry protein and good healthy fats as well. And we have seeds, things like quinoa carry a certain amount of protein. So different things. Now that's one thing we want to know. Over here, we want to see as well, we know our calories, our carbs, our protein, our fat are not where they need to be. And most tracking programs will show you this. Things on your smartphone and whatnot will show you this. However, the great thing about our program is we take a look at heart health vitamins and minerals. Now, these are the finer elements of health and nutrients, and if even one of these off, it can put a serious halt in our plans to lose weight and to reach a certain weight or comfortable weight. So we want to try to get these where they need to be. And we obviously we're missing a lot here. Now, we can take a look at this and we can find out, we can one by one it, which we certainly recommend you don't do. But let's say, for instance, we'll try to clean this up a little bit. So Cindy had protein in the morning. What if she also had oatmeal? Maybe she had a bowl of oatmeal. And we're just making this up. We're actually going to build a plan for Cindy in a second, but I just want to show you how we can add some stuff. So there's cooked instant, cooked regular, multigrain Quaker. Let's go with a multigrain Quaker. That looks fine. We'll say 1 cup. This gives us carbohydrates first thing in the morning, which starts our day. Okay, and we've got some changes going on. Now, in oatmeal, we like to throw in some wheat germ. Now, wheat germ is the part that doesn't make it into your breads, pasta, and whatnot. It's the part that's burnt out. It's the purest part of it, and you can buy this at the store, wheat germ. And we had 1/2 of a cup. It's really flavorless. You can cook like muffins and stuff with it. You can make your own bread. You can throw it in. You don't taste it, but it comes with a jam full of nutrients. Did you see what happened there? I don't know if I can back up and get rid of it, but what if we just hit this delete? Watch all those A's there. They're gone. So something as simple as 1/2 a cup of wheat germ is going to help you get those nutrients and start to improve our daily intake. So we're going to we're going to go back and add that in there, 1/2 a cup. Put that back on breakfast, and we got a lot better. So you can see how we're improving now. We're now at 1,000. We still need about 400 calories. We're short on calories. We're short on fat. What can we have fat-wise that's going to help us? So I can click on the actual fat itself, and I can see I'm getting fat from wheat germ, spaghettis, oatmeal, Weetabix, your protein. My current level is 14 grams. Target is 35 to 61. Okay, so it shows me all that great stuff there. Now I can come down here, and the longer this blue line, the better it is for me, the more it's going to help me. Now, do you like avocado or do you like walnuts?
Walnut.
Walnuts, cool. Okay, so why don't we add walnuts to lunch? So we can just click right on walnuts, and we had shelled, so that's already opened and peeled. I'm guessing 50 halves. That seems like a lot of almonds. That would be 25 almonds. So why don't we just go with 1/2 a cup chopped or 1/4 cup chopped? Does that sound fun?
Sure.
We'll add that in there. Now our fat is a B minus. Perfect. We've just improved it again. So it's one way you can go through and you can play with these. The problem is when you play with these is it's looking just at that nutrient. So if I click on protein, I can see where I'm getting my protein, and it's lining everything up here, and I can find out where I want more protein. Now in this list, there's my favorite foods, and I can add to my favorite foods popular foods. So why don't we look at popular foods? We can see here, look at that, terrible. For lunch, there's a double bacon cheeseburger because there's a lot of protein in a double bacon cheeseburger. Why don't we add that and see what happens? Okay, we're going to add that to dinner. No, we'll add it to, maybe that was a snack we had in the afternoon. We had 1 double bacon cheeseburger because we want protein, and we're going to add that to our meal plan. Look at our protein. It's great. It's where it needs to be, but take a look at the sodium and the saturated fat. We just, pardon my French, SHIT, the bed. Let's click on these and find out what's going on. Why is saturated fat up? Oh, take a look at that top line there. You can see the amount of saturated fat compared to everything else. The length of the red line is how much there is. Our level is now at 30. Our target is 0 to 12. Let's go on a journey all the way down here. Obviously, we're deleting that double chicken cheeseburger thing, getting rid of it. We're not doing it. So it's not recommended you play too much in this column here. What you want to play with is the get suggestions bar. So why don't we add a snack between breakfast and lunch, because we know we want our blood sugar stabilized throughout the day, and we know that we want to continue to consume nutrients because we can break down that food and have a thermic effect, and we can burn fat. So let's go to get suggestions. Now here's a bunch of suggestions, things that we can have for a snack. These can be entrees. It's showing us all foods right now. Maybe, Cindy, you don't like red meat, or you're octo-lacto, or you're a vegan, anything else like that. We got you covered. It's all in here today. So let's say you are a vegan. What do you recommend? Hey, celery raw has vitamin K, which I'm F. Okay, so that's why it's top of the list. Calcium, my calcium is an F, and my vitamin E is it's a B minus. So you know what? Do you like celery?
I do.
I like celery. Let's click on celery. Let's have. There's a medium stock, so that's medium stock, large stock, cups, strips. I like to eat them in strips, like 4-inch long. I don't grab onto a full stalk of celery. I don't know if many people do, but I like to cut them up and have strips or sticks, and I will probably have about, what would you say, Sydney? What would you eat? Celery sticks as a snack?
2 or 3.
2 or 3. Okay, let's say 3. We're gonna add that. Look at that. See that? Vitamin C just changed, and something we like to eat. We're gonna be consistent now. We're not saying, hey, go eat some crazy thing you've never heard of before. Eat stuff that you like to eat. Let's have a snack after lunch, but before dinner. So we come over here now. Let's get rid of vegan. We know you're not vegan. Let's open up the door on a couple more things. All of this stuff is here. I can switch. I can go to another page. I can go to another page. I can keep on clicking through. I can go through all this stuff. Now, do you like yogurt?
I do.
Okay,
Yep.
yogurt's not too bad. Now, yogurt is very tricky because it comes with a lot of sugar at times. So you want to go with a natural yogurt, a Greek yogurt that's not full. That fruit variety here is crap in my opinion. There's way too much sugar in it. I don't see a yogurt in here that is a Greek type. And unfortunately, when you click on these, you don't get to see amounts like sugar. And that's one of the things I'm upset about on this thing here is we want to cut sugar out because it's a junk carbohydrate and it plays with your insulin levels. But maybe we can pull up Greek, which is what Greek, let's see if yogurt, salad, no, unfortunately, unless we check unverified. Greek yogurt, okay, why not? Let's go Greek yogurt, and let's go with this one added by David. That looks pretty accurate because we know it's full of protein. It has some carbohydrates. We'll have half a cup. We'll add that to our afternoon snack. Now we're getting better. Okay, so you can see how we continue to improve. We're still lacking on vitamin K, calcium. So we know that they came with the celery. What if we went back to celery and said, okay, let's see if we can have 5 of those. Do you think it'll change much? 1, 2, 3. No, unfortunately it didn't. But we can go through and we can find these different snacks and we can add things. Maybe we have a glass of milk. Maybe you have a glass of milk at dinner. Would that be fair?
Sure.
Okay. Let's take 1 cup, glass of milk. We'll add it to our dinner. And we'll improve it. Now all of a sudden we've just gotten rid of the calcium problem. We still have the potassium, so this is the point where I would click on it and say, okay, where am I? What do I need to do? Because I want straight A's and everything. It's a portion of the fuel. It's the mixture of gasoline that fuels me throughout my day. It needs to be a perfect gasoline. It can't be missing one element, or I'm not going to reach my fitness goals. Now, white potatoes, again, see, here's the trick. This is going to throw us through the roof. This is a stuffed baked with broccoli and cheese sauce. No dice, okay? So use our smarts and pick something that's going to work. Ripe plantain raw, that's a type of banana, is it not? I'm not too sure, to be honest. Popular foods. Is anything in here that you see that maybe you don't mind? It's going to pick us up on our level of potassium. Bananas, we know bananas. I think that's what we're coming up. I don't know why you would boil it, though.
No.
It's a different way to eat them. Shepherd's pie, steak, carrot, eggplant. Okay, so this obviously isn't going to help this way. Let's go back and see if we can get one more suggestion to maybe help us out. Our snack 3 of the day. You still got that yogurt. Do you like apricot or cottage cheese?
Cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese is great because there's a lot of protein in it. Maybe a half a cup.
Sure.
Okay, let's add that. And we're getting better, but we're still having that problem with potassium. Let's figure out what's going on with potassium. No, we don't want to have any of this stuff here. A lot of this stuff isn't working for us as far as potassium goes. Let's go to list number 2. See if anything in the top here. Oh, there's artichoke. Maybe you're a fan of artichoke. That's stuff, so that might come with a lot of stuff we don't like. Wheat germ. So wheat germ. Yogurt, all bran buds, a turkey sandwich, yogurt. Anything here? Squash. Do you like squash?
It's alright.
Okay. Maybe we can add a little bit of squash. We'll go to half a cup. We'll add it to our lunch. And our potassium is better. So you see how we can use this to develop and get great nutrition. Now this is just Monday. Now we go ahead and we do it again for the next day and the next day and the next day. But there's a couple ways we can play around with this. So maybe the meal plan. I know that Cindy knows that she likes the protein oatmeal and the wheat germ every single day. So she's going to go over here to recipes and she's going to go master breakfast. She's a creature of habit. She likes to have things every single day. So we're going to add her, what was the first thing you had?
Cindy's protein.
Cindy's protein. If we can add that to my custom foods. Custom foods, there's Cindy's protein again. Recipes. Okay, there it is. Master breakfast. View it, select it. You want to add 1 scoop, add it to your master breakfast. What else do we want to have? About this recipe, we don't need to add any of that stuff. We had oatmeal. Right. Multigrain one, I believe it was 1 cup. Add it to there. And there was wheat germ. Searching, and wheat germ we had 1 half a cup. Add the recipe. There we go. So this is master breakfast. We're going update this, and it is now there as an extra breakfast. So if I'm over here in my create a meal plan, we're going to advance forward to the next day. We're now on the 5th, Friday the 6th. There's nothing in through here. I can go to my recipes, click on master breakfast, and this is adding it to Saturday. I'm going to have one typical serving, basically everything I just laid out in my sizes. The only thing you would change that for, say you put a recipe together for lasagna, put everything in there, you would dictate sort of what the typical serving is, because usually we make lasagna in a big batch. So you would put all that information in there, and you would put the typical serving. So we're going to add that to breakfast, add the meal plan, just like that. 1, 2, 3. We've just added them all to the list. How cool is that? Very, very quickly we do that. Another thing we can do is we can click them all. We can edit. We can copy, and did I just erase them? It didn't. I want to copy them because I believe we can take them to the next day. Sort, edit, cut, copy, paste, copy. Okay, so I've got them. Now if I go over here, Sunday, edit, paste, just like that, I can add it to the next day, and I can go through and I can build it on. Now you can see that this is our week list. There's the day that we just did, the whole day. This is the next day. Now, if you want to go through it this way, I mean, basically, I've just set mine up at home, and I know I eat the same thing every day for breakfast. I did that. My lunch is the same. The dinner changes every single day. That's more than I eat with my family. But I like to keep things simple and eat the same thing. It's become a creature habit. As long as I know I'm getting that full nutrition profile, that works with me. I come over here to meal plan. This is another way you can use this program. So in here, based on what your goals are, there are currently 5,000 meal plans that fit your goal with a calorie between 1573 and 2073. If you have any options in through here, do you have any options, any of these? No red meat, no poultry, seafood, eggs, or dairy?
I don't love seafood. I'm trying to get better. But...
Okay. Well, I mean, these are more like allergies and whatnot. If you had allergies, we would take. Okay. Heart health, if you're a heart patient, you would certainly want maybe only 10s, right? You only want meals that are 10s plus. We still have over 5,000. If you're adamant on getting all your vitamins and minerals, then maybe we're going to change all those to vitamins and minerals. You're still, well, now we drop down a bit, so we're still getting the best of the best. Maybe you're on a low carb stint, right? You don't want to accept the 45 to 65. That's too big a range. You're on a 45 to 50. You're on a great fitness program. You want a little bit more protein, so you're going to go into that for sure medium range. And your fat is fine down in the 20 to 30, or maybe you want to consume a low fat. Now, don't get into the belief that fat is terrible for you, because we need fat. Fat and protein are the great fuels for our body. Carbohydrates, we're finding now, types of carbohydrates are what's making America fat. It's the grains that's doing it. It's the sugars. We want vegetables, and we want our vegetables and our fruits, and some fruits. So we've got this whole list here of 118 meal plans. It goes down here. There's 12 different pages. What we do at this point here is we go through the top list and we can say, are there anything here that I'm allergic to that I absolutely cannot have? And we take a quick look through. Maybe you're not a believer in soy milk. There's 8 meal plans out of this 118 that have soy milk involved.
Oh, right, okay.
Do you take issue with any of this stuff here?
No, I mean, some of it I don't eat, but nothing's...
Okay.
I don't...
So we don't want to get rid of them just so that we don't eat them. These are more, again, allergies and things that we don't want. If we ate it, it could be very terrible. So now what we do want to do is we want that's the little negative button beside it, and this tells us the number is how many meals can have these things in them. So it's we're getting ready for Saturday now. We know on Saturday, well for sure sometime during Saturday we want to have chicken, because that's the meal of Saturday. We want to have chicken. We have 65 meal plans that have that. We know that we want to have spinach at some point during the day, and we know that we want to have scrambled eggs that day. We have one meal plan that holds 3 of those. It brings it up, and you can say, okay, I can deal with milk, eggs, oatmeal, banana. For lunch, I can have yogurt, chicken sandwich, walnuts, and carrots. For dinner, I can have beefsteak, apple, and spinach. And snacks throughout the day, yogurt, almonds, orange, apricot, banana, celery. Does that sound like it's okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We're going to choose that meal plan. We're going to choose to add that to our list for Monday. Add. Just like that, we have straight A's. The meal plan is done. Perfect.
Wow.
Okay, we can, and that's why this is a little bit more of a smart way to use this program, the finding meal plan. Things that are done for you, you can go in and you can remember. We can delete things. Maybe I don't like bananas. It's the only thing I don't like in the meal plan. I delete it and I put something else with potassium in it, and I replace that. Now, when I've gone through and I've done the entire meal plan, what I'm going to do is the shopping list. And we're actually going to build Cindy's here in just a minute. So this is the shopping list. All I have to do is print off. This is for the entire week. Unfortunately, we haven't populated the whole week. But it would be a lot larger. So, matter of fact, why don't we just build your meal plan for next week? We'll do that, and then it's done and it's out of the way. So let's go to the calendar. I'm going to do this. So starting on Sunday, let's clear this out. We're going to clear this out. These are the foods that you're going to eat next week. Let's start on Sunday. Finding a meal plan. We have 5,000 meal plans. What do you think you might want to have on Sunday? Usually our meats relate to our meals. That's our protein sources. So is there a type of meat you feel that you might want to have on Sunday? Out of this whole list here.
No chicken.
Chicken. We want to have chicken
Still
on
have
Sunday. Cool. Okay. So chicken is there. We still have 5,000 meal plans. Is there anything else that you think you might want to have on that Sunday?
No, not picky.
Not too picky. Okay, so that's going to give us a lot of meal plans to go through. Why don't we be a little bit picky? Why don't we pick a couple things we want to have that day? Now, is there something you like to have every single day? Maybe almonds.
Okay, almonds.
You like almonds?
Sure.
Almonds are a great source of fat. We try to get them in every day. We still have 5,000. Anything else on here that you like you could eat on a daily basis?
Salad.
Salad. Okay, so that's a mixed salad. Greens. Cool. We can add that in there. I think we're still going to get quite a few. These are up towards the top of the list. 3,007. How about a fruit? A fruit that you like to eat. You could eat on a daily basis.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. Very good. Down here, that's 166. That's going to drop us to 168. Why don't we search through here? Take a look at the top few. Is there anything here that jumps out at you that would be great for something you could follow through on Sunday? First one. Hey, that's easy. Choose this meal plan. We're going to take you to next week, Sunday. We're going to add it. Just like that, your Sunday is done. Your iron's a little bit low here. We can take a look, find out why. Okay, we're getting it from salads, nuts, and everything else. We can shoot to the bottom and go all foods. Is there anything in here that you think we might be able to add to help out with your iron? If not, it's not a big deal. These are some oatmeal, some cereal, some bran.
Oatmeal's alright.
Oatmeal's all right. Yep, we come at the top of the list. We can increase the amount of any of these as well. Maybe it's at a low amount. Maybe we can have a little bit more of something as well. Why don't we go down, click on that oatmeal, oat bran, fortified cooked instant, fat not added in cooking. We'll click on that. What do you think we might want to have a oatmeal, packet of oatmeal?
Sure.
Something you like first thing in the morning, for lunch, a snack.
Probably in the morning.
Breakfast? Okay. And cool. Now this is, but see, this one thing triggers another thing. So now our folate is up and our niacin is up. And our niacin is up way high because apparently there's a lot in this type of oatmeal. This is why we want to go in and do our custom foods. So let's get rid of that oatmeal. We'll just leave it for the day. We're doing pretty good. B's not a bad grade. I think my mom still wouldn't have me if I got B's in school. Let's keep that. Let's go find a meal plan now. We're going to plan Monday. Now on Monday, what do you think as far as meats go? Your protein source, main protein source.
Let's go tuna.
Tuna. Hey, tuna's awesome. So let's go down here. Let's find a tuna salad sandwich. Oh, you didn't say tuna salad sandwich, did you? You said just straight tuna. Tuna salad sandwich work? Okay.
Yep.
Anything else on the day you think you might want to have? A vegetable or a fruit? If we try to get those in next. Broccoli. Yeah, we can do broccoli. We're down to 346. And one more thing. How about a fruit to add in on that day?
Apple.
Oh, perfect. Click on that. We have 220 meals. We're going to shoot down here just a little bit. Is there anything that jumps off the page in the first 8 there that you might not want or that would seem very easy to do? Here's asparagus hidden in there, some cauliflower.
Oh, cool. Asparagus.
Asparagus is great. Okay, so let's choose this meal plan. Let's go to this next week. We're going to add that to Monday. Perfect. You can see here, potassium's a little bit low for that day. Not a big deal. We're going to go on to funny meal plan. Let's do Tuesday. Okay, Tuesday. What do you got for your proteins, your meats, and your plant sources here that we want to get good protein in?
Turkey.
Turkey. Straight up turkey. And a vegetable.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes are great. Well, I would always recommend going with a meat source and a vegetable source first. Whittle down the meal plans, and let's throw in great fruit as well. And that's going to keep us sane because we're going to cut sugar out as best as we can, and the sweetness of the fruit is going to help. 459 meal plans. Anything in the first 8 that might look great to you. Oh, number 2. I like that one. Okay, let's take that. Let's shoot into next week. We now have Tuesday. 4 days left to go. Hey, that's a straight A. Well done. Find a meal plan. Coming on to Wednesday. What do you think for your
Chicken and
chicken again? Hey, no problem. I do too. I rotate between chicken, turkey, and fish, and I have red meat 1 day a week. Now, what about your vegetables? Pick a vegetable.
spinach.
spinach. We're trying to keep away from the grains here if we really don't need. I mean, oatmeal's great, wheat germ's great, breads, rice, popcorn, tortillas. Don't even bother with this stuff here because it's just going to set you back. Coffee's over here if you ever have coffee and stuff. Okay, so we got our vegetables. I think. Did we click on one?
Yep,
Yep,
spinach.
spinach.
Yep.
And is there a fruit you might want to have?
Blueberry.
Blueberries. Okay. And it's okay to have the same fruit day after day. It's no problem. 761. Let's scroll down. We got 8 different meal plans. Anything else here that might not work? See, sour cream's hidden in there. It would depend on the type of sour cream. You got a chicken and spinach asparagus. That's a great dinner. Fish, spinach, lettuce. Bulgur. I'm not too sure. We'd have to pull it up and find out. So we wouldn't want to pick that one.
How about Caesar salad? Are they going to send me places that's not good for me though, like Caesar salad? Like that's okay?
The type of salad that you're going to use, yeah, it could be okay. It depends how you make it. It could be a low fat, low calorie Caesar. Take that next. I mean, the ultimate way to use this program would be to set basically all the foods that we like up as our custom foods and as our recipes. Become creatures of habit, build, follow. We want at least 28 days of using this because then we use it as a habit. Let's go to the meal plan. Let's go back to that one for a second here, actually. We're going to click on that. Now, there's no snack here, but we know we want to consume food. We have a snack of almonds, snack of yogurt. We want to have a snack down in here. Something that we can do is move stuff around. So maybe we take the carrots from lunch and we sort them over to snack number 3. Boom, that balances out our blood sugar because we have a constant supply of nutrients coming into the body. There's never a point where our body believes it's starving. Every 2 or 3 hours we're consuming something. That's a neat little trick. Back up here to meal plan. I think we're on Thursday now. So Thursday, our meat source, our protein.
Tuna again.
Tuna today, okay. And was there a straight up tuna or did I? There it is. Got it. And our vegetable. Cucumber, perfect. And you got the fruit for that day. Avocado is a great source of fat. Healthy fat. If you like avocado. Apricots are great. Okay, there we go. Great for digestion. So we got 73 meal plans. We're going to shoot down here, show you the first 8. I mean, you could whittle it down to 5. You could be very specific each day, leave nothing to chance, or you can just scroll to the first 8. See, scroll to the next 8.
Oh, the first one. First one's cool.
First one. So that's got a multigrain Cheerio hidden in there, which we can try. I mean, it's obviously added in here. I would certainly recommend if you want to go with something else. What do we got along? We got multigrain Cheerios on this day. We got Cheerios on this day. So it seems that Cheerios are snuck in here a couple times. But let's not go straight A's, perfect nutrition off the bat. Let's work on week 1, and then week 2 we'll try to get rid of those Cheerios if we can. Let's add that to Thursday. Good to go. We've got snacks throughout the day to balance our blood sugar. We're on Friday and Saturday. 2 more days to go. Okay, let's go with the meat source. Back to chicken. Fair enough. Okay. There is that beef steak in there, and there's hamburger as well if you do like red meat. Maybe it's a Saturday thing. Vegetables. Sweet potato, cucumber.
Sweet potato, sure.
Sweet potato? Sweet potato, pretty honest. Much better than the regular old plain potato. And the fruit. We've got oranges. Sure. Okay, good. 433. There's the first 6 for you, right off the top. Jumps out. It might be a great day, not a great day. And if you're going based on protein, you can see there's 116 versus 96. This gives you 20 more grams of protein. Here we know protein is great. Maybe this is worth a little bit more to you. This is 160.
Oh, but I don't drink coffee though. You
don't drink coffee? Okay. How about this guy down here? Is it on coffee? We can delete those though. Watch this. Is this one cool? Let's choose this meal plan. We'll add it to Friday. We'll find that coffee. We'll get rid of it. No problem. Didn't even change anything. It's just a meal plan that has straight A because of everything else. One more day. Oh, wait a second. We've got no snacks in the afternoon. We certainly have to fix that up a little bit. So what do you want to move around? Raspberries?
Sure.
Let's move them to snack 2 or 3. What do you think? 2. Perfect. Okay. And what else? Mango, cottage cheese, anything over here you want to move around? It's totally up to you. Well, not totally, but we'll talk about that in a second. What would you throw here, David?
With the cottage cheese.
Cottage cheese, perfect. Okay. And the reason I said not totally is because we want to look at each day almost like a car trip, long car trip we're going to go on. And it would make sense to fuel up our vehicle first thing in the morning versus getting out on the road with nothing in the tank and possibly ending up empty, right? We want to get nutrients in. And there's a saying, I believe it goes, eat like a king for breakfast and a pauper for dinner. So your meals should almost be an inverted pyramid. Eat your biggest meals for breakfast. Now, there's been days when I've gone breakfast full out and cooked salmon, asparagus, broccoli, things that people we don't see as breakfast. But you've got to understand that if we're working on nutrition and optimal performance, we're going to eat to fuel our bodies, not based on what we've been brought up to believe is breakfast. Because realistically, for me, that was getting a big bowl of sugary crap cereal and watching cartoons. We're not eating for our belief system. We're eating for optimal nutrition. If we know that getting a good amount of healthy carbohydrates, great protein, and healthy fat in you first thing in the morning is going to fuel and set you up for a phenomenal day of energy. Would that not make sense? Get that nutrition in before you even get on the road. So that's why we don't want to load the back end here and say snack free just before bed. I'm going to have all my snackies, put all those calories in there and go to sleep. Why not use that fuel throughout the morning? Sure, we want fuel throughout the day, but my snack down here, and this is why cottage cheese, which was a great choice, by the way, that 14 grams of protein is going to go a long way. When you go to sleep, your body starts to rebuild and regenerate the muscles. The breakdown from the previous day training, that's going to help you ensure you wake up stronger, better, faster, and reaching your goals. Do we have all our days in yet? Was that our last day? Let's go back to the calendar here. Oh, we got to do Saturday. Okay, one more day to go. Cindy. What do you got for meat? Red meat day. Okay. Sure. Now, do you like a beef steak?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that. And I'm assuming that's just regular steak. Honestly, I have no idea. Probably. Vegetables. What do you think?
Broccoli.
Broccoli, great. Broccoli's phenomenal. It's got a lot of antioxidants in it. Very, very healthy.
Let's go raspberries.
Okay, raspberries are great. Okay. And obviously, we're going to select these based on the season. We want to go seasonal. Yeah. We want to pick local stuff. Doesn't make sense buying apples that came from Guatemala that were picked prematurely, that were pumped with a whole bunch of stuff to let it ripen in the ship on the way over. Pick stuff that was made here in Ontario. You know, for those guys who train with us, we're in Ontario. We've got a great selection. Farmers market's opening soon. Get local stuff. It's healthier for you. Your body's going to recognize it a lot better. That's my rant for the day. Come on down here. Is there anything else? We still have 43 meal plans. Anything here that's jumping off the page that looks really great to you?
That one.
This guy, he's got 2 coffees. Okay. Yep, we can get rid of the coffee. Go down here and add. Perfect. Do you want to move anything over to the snack number 3? Small things like celery, raspberries, raisins. Yeah. Take them from breakfast, add them down here.
Yeah.
Totally do that. Snack number 3. Just like that. Perfect. Okay, so now we have built you an entire week of optimal nutrition. And let's just quickly cycle through those days and make sure that we are quite balanced out. We've got all our snacks covered. Sunday looks great. Monday, oh, we got nothing down here. What do you want to put down? Snack free.
Yogurt.
Yogurt. Okay, sort that down. Snack number 3. Great. We're gonna go Tuesday. That looks good. Wednesday. Good as well. And I believe we started tracking on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So we are set. This all looks great. We take a quick review. We'll make sure there's anything on here that's not jumping off the page that we really don't like. And if it's good, we hit shopping list. We hit printer friendly. We take and print this and go buy it. And what's really cool about this program, Cindy, is all your fruits are together. So you just go in the fruit section and you get up those. Now, I usually take some time to write down 3 oranges. I write the little numbers beside them. 3 oranges, 1 dried apricot, half cup, quarter, 1 cup of raisins, how many medium apples, everything I need to know. Then I go to the vegetable section, which is usually right next to the fruit. My grains are in the back, my plant proteins, meats, eggs, and dairy. Now, I got to tell you, nothing on here is probably going to be found in the aisles. That's another secret trick or trick for you. Is that tip. Nothing in the aisles is alive. It's all dead. It's boxed. There's preservatives. It's things that your body doesn't understand. It's nutrients, perhaps, but not nutrients the way that the outside of the grocery store is. Everything you need to live healthy is on the outside of the grocery store. So let's go down. That's all your fruit. That's all your vegetables. None of that's coming in a can. None of this is coming in cans. Your grains, maybe you'll get your oatmeal boxed in a can, some cracker thins, some of this stuff. In this case here, we're going to leave our cart at the end of the aisle. We're going to take a deep breath. We're going to run like hell in to get the food and get out before we pass out in the middle of the aisle. We don't take our cart in because it's too easy to grab crap off of the edge of the thing and just chuck it in. So leave it there, okay? Get someone to watch it for you so no one steals your stuff. Run in, get out. Plant proteins. Most of the stuff's going to be found on the outside. Peanut butter, run in, get out. You can't just buy 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. As you're gonna buy the whole thing, but that's okay. Buy almond butter if you can. It's a great source of protein. Meats down on the outside, maybe a can of tuna. Run in, get it, get out. Eggs, milk, dairy inside, all there. Miscellaneous olive oil, Italian dressing, salad dressing, coffee. Run in, run out. Get away from it. Cool.
Cool.
Print all that off, and you are set. You now have everything
That's
you
cool.
need to be successful. The last step that you got to do is you got to start printing these off, because it's no good just sitting on your computer. You want to print that off. So you're going to come down here to the printer friendly version. You're going to hit that. You're going to print this off, because this is Monday. This is Sunday for you. This goes on your fridge. Every time you go near that fridge, you go to open it up. You can see breakfast. It's right there for you, and you tick these off as you pull from the fridge and you eat these foods. And your timer's on there. Maybe you go to the point where you write down breakfast, 5:45 a.m., snack, 8 o'clock. You set an alarm on your smartphone and on your watch. You stick to this hell or high water, like you have to survive and you have to be successful. It's done for you. 80% of your success is going to be this nutrition program we just made for you. If you like it, use it again the next week. If you don't, go back and change it, swap things around. It's a phenomenal program. You've got the favorites over here. We'll touch on a few more things. You got your breakfast favorites. This is where you get to customize, so they show up more often than not. Breakfast favorites. Right now, these are all listed. I just clicked on breakfast favorites. Oh, popular foods. My favorite food. So these are in your favorites right now. You can go through if there's things that you don't like. Maybe you don't like barley. Click it. Get rid of it out of your favorites. So only the things that you like show up in your favorite foods. Go back to popular foods. I believe we can click on something and we can add that to our favorites somewhere along here. If we click favorites, that cup of breakfast as a side, an entree or whatnot, we add it to favorites. We can now add that to our favorites so it shows up at all times. Would you know what we just added? I don't even remember.
No, I don't.
Okay, let's add raisins. Raisins, 1 cup of raisins for breakfast. I'm going to take and we're going to add that to our favorites. That is a side for us. Breakfast, yeah, cup, raisins. We add it, good to go. So now when I go over to my favorite foods, raisins are there. They show up because I like them and I want to see them. I don't want to have to search for my favorite foods. I don't like grape juice unsweetened. I would delete that and get rid of it. So customize this. It will remember your selections. You will eat healthy for the rest of your life. Last few things I've got to show you, and then we are done. Settings goes there. This recipe, again, remember, if you make a sweet lasagna, go in there, put everything in, right? Create lasagna. Create a new recipe. Call it lasagna. L-A-S. Lasagna. Your lasagna consists of, let's just say, meat. Meat shows up. Meat. I don't know what kind of meat. We're just doing it fast. Your lasagna takes, it takes cooked ice. Obviously, the rough ounce. Maybe it takes like 40 ounces of meat. You're talking big thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna set it up. You're gonna. It's the whole recipe, and then when you select it, you can select a serving, a scoop of the lasagna. So, and it saves. It's there forever. So your secret lasagna is in the system, and you're good to go. Learning Center. If you want to know more about anything. There's physical activity, there's energy, there's omega-3s, omega-6s, all your vitamins. It takes you into the national academic press. You can read up and you can educate yourself. It's totally there for your use if you want to know more about anything. You heard that magnesium is related to restless legs. You want to know more about it. Iron. Iron has to do with females and menstruation and blood pressure, and you want to know about it. Okay, click on it, learn about it. Why not? Go to the source, learn as much as you can. Homepage, last thing, tracking your goals. This is a tracking system you can use if you totally choose to. I believe if we go to settings and goals, no, where is it? Track my goal. There we go. I can set a couple things up here. So right now it's set up automatically for weight. Maybe I want to set my weight in here. We do have a tracking program I would recommend using better than this, because this will not communicate to you if you're not on pace to reach your goals. But this has different cool graphs that we don't have in the tracking program. And the tracking program is just weight, inches, and body fat. But this guy here, create a new graph. Maybe I want to track my neck size. Over the next 4 weeks, I want my neck size to get massive. Push-ups, pull-ups, cardio, elliptical, exercise duration, workout intensity, lean body mass, sit and reach, hip flexion, heart rates. I can create graphs for anything, and I can track basal body temperature. Okay, that somehow has to do with ladies who are looking at getting pregnant. Track that if you want to. Sleep. Creating it. This is one I would do. Oh, are you serious? Let me go back here. Sorry, I just saw something. Happiness. Get that graph rocking, man. I got a happiness graph, so every time I check in, my happiness is here. I am a 9 on happy today, and I'm submitting that totally. Okay, so my happiness graph is there. Back on my home page. There's my happiness. It's Wednesday. I am now a 10 in happiness. I'm going to update that. I'm a 10 happy today. And it's going to track my, holy, look at that. My 9 to 10, I'm feeling good. I'm happy because I'm using nutrition. Any questions you have right now, Cindy, on this whole program?
I don't think so. No.
Are you ready for us? All I got to do is print this stuff off and you are good to go. And we'll print that off for you before you leave the office today. If you have any questions, you who's watching this video, just send me an email, Sean, S-E-A-N, at Kawartha Fitness, KAWARTHAFITNESS.com. I will do my best to answer them for you. And if I don't have the answer, I will go and find you the answer. I'm not a nutritionist. I have to say that. I just understand a bit about nutrition from education, school, and kinesiology, and chiropractic, and my own involvement in the health and fitness world for the past 20 plus years. So I hope you got some from this. Ask me any questions, and thanks for checking this out. Have a great day.